What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back. Tonight we got a bit of an exciting, slightly spoilerific release prototype from Hot Toys. It's the Wakanda Forever newest Black Panther. Caution, there could be spoilers with these photos. If you have not seen Wakanda Forever, wait to watch this video till maybe after you've seen it. I have not seen the movie, so I can't spoil anything for you, but I think the images may slightly. So you've been warned, but if you guys like the video, hit the like button, smash the subscribe for me, and let's get into it. Wakanda Forever is finally here, and I'm pretty freaking excited about this film, everybody. But I haven't seen it yet, so I can't spoil the film for you. But Hot Toys this evening decided to announce their Wakanda Forever Black Panther figure in 1/6 scale. And I gotta say, wow, is this a really cool looking release. Now, that comes with a couple of caveats, of course, always. We haven't seen the film, so it's hard to know if this character and what we're seeing in these images is actually going to be movie realistic. Now, we saw with Spider-Man No Way Home, for example, that one of the first suits Hot Toys gave us, the gold and black suit, it wasn't actually very screen accurate at all. So, crossing our fingers here, of course, that Hot Toys has learned that lesson that, us as 1/6 collectors don't necessarily appreciate that. We'd rather have a real screen grab from the films. If they get on board with that, and this is accurate, I think this is going to be a phenomenal release. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, I feel like these photos definitely have some spoilers involved. Clearly, this is a female body. So we know that at least if there's only one iteration of a Black Panther in this film, that's going to be female. The theories are, of course, that it's Shuri. From the comics, Shuri does take up the mantle of the Black Panther. Years of training and years of development of that character. Shuri in the Marvel Cinematic Universe hasn't had a ton of character development yet. She's been a great character, don't get me wrong, and I actually really like her. I really like the actress that portrays her. But as Marvel Cinematic Universe goes, she hasn't been hardened yet. She doesn't have that battle capacity yet, or at least in terms of what we know. Because she was blipped, she also didn't have the benefit of a 5-year gap where she could have trained, and it would have made it slightly more believable that she's now the Black Panther. However, we have a female Black Panther figure in front of us, and based on these gauntlets that we're seeing, or these blaster cannons, this is very similar to the blasters that Shuri had in the first Black Panther film. So clearly a bit of an upgrade, but I do think that this is kind of spoiling that potential aspect of the film. Now, let's be honest, it's not a very hot take. I think most of us expect that Shuri at least is going to don the costume at some point in this film. Is she going to be the Black Panther? Remains to be seen. Hard to say. In terms of the figure here, though, I think the quality of the outfit looks really good. It looks to me to be a bit of a hybrid from what we've seen with some of the Spider-Man releases. The classic Spider-Man figure that we saw looked like it had almost, I want to say, a slightly more plasticky texture to it. When you would bend the arms, you could really see bunching in the outfit, especially at the joints and the shoulders. Here, the outfit does look a little bit more fitted to the figure, which I think is a good indication that the material choice that they're using is going to be flexible enough for posing. Now, you do see that there's a little bit of rippling in the outfit, or a little bit of that bunching. Just like Spider-Man figures, we have to be careful with this material. This character promotes posing. You can see from the blogger photos, the posing here is going to be excellent on this figure, I can almost guarantee it. But the wearing of the material, especially at the knees, is a concern for me. The elbows and the knees. Points that bend a lot in this material tend to wear down slowly over time and may break down. So something to consider, of course. The other thing, if you are a new collector in 1/6 scale and you buy this figure and you get it in a badass pose and you leave that sucker for a couple months, there's a good chance that when you go to twist her back into maybe a standard museum pose, or you want to switch the pose altogether into something more dynamic, that you will see some of those crease lines. Now, I'm hoping, just like the Spider-Man releases, that those crease lines, after a couple of days, kind of go away on their own. They kind of just iron out. But that still remains to be seen with this particular figure. In terms of price point, we're not seeing it necessarily on Sideshow, at least as of right now, but I have had some collector friends in the community confirm that it's likely in the $310 range. Now, that's a bit expensive, for sure. I think Hot Toys is smart. They're capitalizing on what is expected to be a pretty successful film. Hot Toys doesn't normally line up their releases very well with films, and lately they've done not a bad job with the Black Adam figures, but now also Black Panther. So I think it's cool if you go into a film, you love it, you come out and you want to buy something from that movie. Yeah, this might be just that collectible you're searching for and clicking the button on. But $310 is still getting to be pretty expensive. Now, what we're not seeing in these photos is, obviously they're trying not to spoil the film entirely. They have not shown us what the head sculpt will look like. If it's a really good sculpt, that $310 becomes more palatable. If it's a shite sculpt, if it's a crap sculpt, well, okay, that may change my perspective. Again, that does remain to be seen. But they've done a Shuri figure before, and the likeness on that character, and the likeness on that portrait was really good, in my opinion. They've now had a couple years to perfect it. If this ultimately ends up being Shuri as a Black Panther, I think it'll be a banger figure and an excellent resemblance to the actress, who is a very beautiful person and deserves to have a badass figure. Honestly, all of the cast of this film, in my opinion, deserve to have a 1/6 scale figure. Like, we need more Black Panther characters. All of them are badass. I can't think of one that I don't want. From the new film, from what I've seen from trailers, I would also like a Namor. So, we'll save that to another video. But when it comes to this figure, is the price worth it? Well, the outfit looks cool. We're getting a head sculpt with it. The accessories are not crazy. There's not a lot here, but I think the weapon looks cool. I also think that the hands that come with the figure look really good, really well detailed. I like the sharp ass nails on there. I think that looks really cool. Ultimately, value is up to you. Do you see this character in your collection? Don't just fear missing out on this figure. If it's not for you, don't buy it. However, if this movie ends up jiving with us and we want to have another Black Panther in our collection, yeah, this one is gorgeous and she will definitely be coming to my collection. I can almost guarantee it. I've got the new Chadwick Boseman Black Panther coming, and he's going to need a good companion piece. I think this is going to be the one for me. But what do you guys think? I'd love to hear from you down in the comments below. Are you going to pick up this figure? If so, what are your thoughts on it? And have you seen the film? If you have, please be careful of spoilers in the chat below. Don't spoil it for anybody. Be cool about that. Let's give it a couple days or a couple weeks before we're really having spoiler conversations. I definitely appreciate that, guys. I don't want to moderate that in the chat. But I'm excited to still hear surface take on what you think of the figure, what you thought of the film, and what you're excited for. What's coming next? I think Black Panther is going to be a deep line, and I'm excited to see it. But thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, hit the like, smash the subscribe for me, and I will catch you in the next figure preview video.